Hello and welcome everyone to another YouTube video here on my channel. Today with another deck, and we gonna talk about the MONORED here with the new cards from Amonkhet Remastered. This deck is mostly inspired by Zanidog MTG. It could be like almost the same deck because I really think he's one of the best MONORED players out there. And yeah, so definitely shout out to Zanidog MTG. Check him out on Twitch and on Twitter. And yeah, this is what we have here. So the new cards from Amonkhet are the Soul-Scar Mage. This used to be a staple in many other formats. It's a 1 mana 1/2 with prowess. If a source you control would deal non-combat damage to a creature an opponent controls, put that many -1/-1 counters on that creature instead. So if a creature even have indestructible, this works really well because you can deal with it. And it's also really nice to deal with bigger creatures so they get a bit smaller. So Soul-Scar Mage, definitely really nice. Also prowess is really good because prowess says whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. With a lot of spells, this can attack for like 3 or 4 sometimes. The next card from Amonkhet we have here is Hazoret the Fervent, 4 mana, 5/4 god. Indestructible haste, Hazoret the Fervent can't attack or block unless you have 1 or fewer cards in your hand. And for 3 mana we can discard a card, Hazoret deals 2 damage to each opponent. So this card is really good in sense of it can come on turn 4 and attack immediately for 5. And it has some reach, which is also really nice. Another card from the set is Ramunap Ruins. It's a land that we can sacrifice for 4 and deal 2 damage. It's a desert. Desert are like kind of the theme from Amonkhet, and we got access to them. There are more cards you could play from Amonkhet. I decided those will be the ones. Let's go over the rest. We play 4 Ghitu Lavarunner. It's a 1 mana 1/2. When there are 2 instant sources in our graveyard, it becomes a 2/2 creature. Then we play 3 Grim Lavamancer, also wizard. They're both wizards, by the way. This is also wizards. 1 mana 1/1. We can pay 1 red, exile 2 cards from a graveyard, and we can do 2 damage to any target. 4 Shocks, just a really stable card. 1 mana 2 damage. Lightning Strike, 3 mana 3 damage. Pyromancer, 2 mana 2/1. When it comes to the play, we can do 2 damage to target player or planeswalker. This is also wizard. And then we play Wizard's Lightning, 3 mana 3 damage. But if we control a wizard, this only costs 1 red. Skewer the Critics, 3 mana 3 damage. But if we already did damage, this costs 1 red. Then we play Rampaging Ferocidon. It's a really good card, 3 mana 3 menace, so this is already really nice. Players can gain life. This is important because there are definitely many cards that gain life. AGGRO is one of them. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, Rampaging Ferocidon deals 1 damage to the creature's controller. So this can also go really well against Muxes and against Goblins. It's also okay against Field, because whenever they make a zombie, they take a damage. Really nice. Then light up the stage, 3 mana, Spectacle, 1. Exile the top 2 cards from your library and you can play them until the end of your next turn. So this costs 1 mana if we did damage. It's a really good draw spell in red itself. And 17 lands, and we play Jegantha, the Wellspring, 5 mana 5/5. It's just a body, an extra card we have access to in our main deck. And yeah, so this is the MONORED. It's really straightforward. Just go as much as face as possible, destroy everything you can, and yeah, this is it. Sideboard, we play Redcap Melee, just to have another way to deal with red cards. We saw a huge amount of red cards in the first day, so we had this here. Goblin Chain really works well against many stuff. It works well with Soul-Scar Mage together as well. And it's also good against mono blue. It's fine against elves. Multiple ways we can use this card. Goblin Ruin Blaster is a card we use against control usually because we can haste it and we can destroy a land. We can also destroy Field of Ruin with it, so Goblin Ruin Blaster also really good there. Rampaging Ferocidon, just to have more access to this card if we really need it. Experimental Frenzy is a nice tool against decks where it can go longer and we just need an explosive turn. It also is really good with Soul-Scar Mage. Hazoret, just 1 more. I think this is the flag spot. Here I could see any other card like Graveyard Tide as well. But yeah, this is the deck. This is all we have here, and I had some fun games. Hopefully you're gonna like them. And yeah, let's change clothes and see you next time. We keep Soul-Scar Mage. That's definitely a really good card here. Let's see how damage we can push with this hand. Not even sure if we should use the shocks here. Maybe go double shock if you have double Soul-Scar for maximum damage. It depends what they play here, for sure. Alura's Mage. Interesting. We're just gonna attack here. So next turn we go Shock Critics. It's gonna be a lot of damage here. Shocking this one down. Okay. Shocking the face. Prowess triggers. And then go face again. And push 8 damage in. So they're now on 4. There's a lot of damage. We also have 3 damage in our hand and 2 creatures. So this went really fast. And that's GG. Nah, it's not yet. What am I talking? We just go face. If we draw land, we win anyways because we have the deserts. So just we make sure they have to block here, so we keep 1 mage in the game. If opponent is on 1 life against a mono-red deck, it's usually really hard to deal with. Definitely really hard to deal with. Sorry, my microphone was not here. I hope you could still hear me. Mayhem Devil, okay. Not perfectly drawn. But if our Lavamancer survives here, we win. Company can be tricky. Could hit a sacrifice creature. Didn't hit anything, didn't want to show me as well, makes sense. So we play against Junt. Junt. It's an interesting one. Removal spells are really good. Do we want to play Frenzy here over Hazoret? I like the Ferocidon here. Bit more than the Lavamancer, because Lavamancer usually dies in this matchup. Can go Frenzy, I think. Can actually go 2 Frenzies and cut. Maybe cut one of those. That should be fine. I think the question is, did they board in Enchantment Hate or not? Something you have to consider against mono-red, but there could be many versions now with Amonkhet just releasing. We sadly have to throw this one back. Mulligan again. This is a keep. So we keep the shock, we keep this, and we keep the creature. So we're gonna get rid of those 2, I think. This is the most consistent way you trigger light up the stage, I think. So that's the way we do it. If they play a priest, we have at least shock. So we're gonna discard a land here. We're gonna attack first before we set the land. Didn't hit the land there either, so just go. Take the damage, play the second Lavamancer. I have a shock there in upkeep, which is nice in the exile. Definitely a harder match. Definitely a harder match with Mulligan. Okay, so we can deal with this. It's not really effective. But we have to go for it, obviously. It doesn't matter if you play this or not. So we're gonna pay it. And we're going in. So the way we're gonna win this is Frenzy. So win con here. I don't think they still keep Bola Citadel in against mono-red. Shocking here is nice for us. collect the company, so we keep our shock. And then we see how they do the blocks. Okay. That can be bad. That definitely was not good. Yeah, we cannot get rid of it, which is really bad. So we lose a creature here. We just get Jegantha back on our hand. 7/7 is huge. Huge Fiend Artisan. Not many options against Fiend Artisan with our sideboard here. But even if we lose this, next game we want to play again. It's gonna look different. Definitely gonna look different. They have 3 Mayhem Devils in the graveyard though. That's pretty good. Okay, so race-wise, we will lose this. They have another company? Jesus. Oh, that's heavy. Well, that's okay. Could be worse. But it's gonna be an 8/8. So we have 5. Yeah, we can still block it with the Soul-Scar Mage, but their Croxa is gonna be huge. So we deal with this. Which is okay, I guess. So this one survives. But they still have a Croxa. Oh, a Lurrus. Well, that's gonna be a good game, I guess. I mean, I can Frenzy and Hope. But I just used all my cards to deal with it, and that's just going in with a Lurrus. It's these, but it's also good. Okay. I mean, I can shoot here and try something, but I don't think I get an out of this position. Don't think I get an out. Collect a company is definitely hard to deal with. I think we go the same. I think the configuration was okay. Runeblight Master is more against control. They are like mid-range. So against mid-range is fine, but they have gooses to get extra mana, so it's not like that good. Get at least a mulligan here, which makes me happy. It's gonna be probably just a mage in to light up the stage. It could also be a Lavarunner to light up the stage. It depends what we. I think it's actually the Lavarunner here, because it's the one I don't mind lose here, if they play shock from sideboard. Okay, so we're gonna attack here though, and we kind of know they will block this, as we expected here. We're gonna go for... That's an interesting one. Can push 2 damage. This is maybe better. This is maybe better because this is a guarantee hit, right? And that's fine. So we're gonna attack here. I don't mind losing 1 damage there. I think we go for that one. They mulliganed, right? So yeah, I think that was correct. So if they miss a land here, we win usually. It was an interesting game. I don't know what to say. Let's go for the next one. Better. Can easily drop a land here. We have a Lurrus. So we have to attack first. Nice. Okay. Going to do it like this here. I love light up the stage. 2 mana, Baffling Ant, control again. But no, it's not really control there. That's gonna be interesting. Should have not set the land there. We have a lightning strike here. It's okay. That's not okay. I have to do it. They have to sacrifice this. The shock was a top deck, so we can deal with this one. They don't get life now. And next turn we have a hasted god. Think it was okay the way we played it here. Lurrus is... wow, that's slow. And damage. They are on 6 now. We can discard 2 cards, 1 card for sure next turn. So we have 2 damage here. If they play a creature, they take another damage now. It's a tough situation. It's a tough situation. This gives lifelink, but we have Rampaging Ferocidon, so... yeah, it's another damage. That's game, if they don't have anything else. There's not much you can do. There's not much you can do here. I don't know how you want to win from here. Maybe I missed something. Maybe there's a bounce or something. Unsummon? Okay, sure. Still no lifelink though. Okay, we did it. Gonna play more of those. We definitely need to make sure we deal with... they buff a lot. That's gonna be tricky. It's actually not easy against them. I think Grim Lavamancer here may be a bit too slow. Goblin Chainwheel deals with some cards, but they will be too fast, too high. So maybe we go with Frenzy. Cut the God here on the play. I'm definitely new to this deck as well. And it's really hard to sideboard well against decks where you... I think I get what they do. It's just a Andre Strovsky deck, pre-Amonkhet, maybe with some new cards. I'm gonna keep this. Everything, if... okay, that's good. That's good. So what's really important, I think, for us is to make sure we have a way to deal with their 0-2, so they cannot draw too many cards. Sure, they can buff this. They get 2 life. Gonna change that, huh? Gonna attack here. We'll shock face here if we have to. Okay, we don't. I just wanted... this time I think it was correct to set the land here. Even if they have protection, I think we have to go for it. They use it now. Spell Pierce. Okay, that's fine. We need to do something here, I guess. Get more lifelink in. So now we have hasters as well. Which is good. 2 spells here. Savior, annoying for sure. Also annoying. Okay, how do we do this? So we can try. It's gonna be awkward though, but I think it's correct. We shock here. Since we have this one, it gets a -2, -2. So there, this one is useless. Got this one away. So Soul-Scar Mage is so strong against the Savior. It just does an amazing job here. Attack. We keep this one. We want to keep that one. So we have something to deal with Lurrus. And that's about it. Okay, so we have a Lightning Strike here. Well, Soul-Scar Mage is amazing. -2, -2. It's beautiful. Okay, they go for that one. Sure. They attack. Then I'm gonna go for a race here. Okay, we're gonna attack here. Okay, now we have a Lightning Strike, right? Okay, that's fine. We're gonna use the light up the stage first. I should have used the Lightning Strikes, to be honest. I think that was a mistake. I missed 1 damage here for sure. We have a Gust. Do we want to top this? We're gonna decline. Okay. So the Savior's still surviving. They have a lot of life, so they can go for this. This triggers the Critics here. Yeah. Gonna get rid of the Savior if they don't have anything else now again. Okay, we take this. This is a lot of damage we have. And we can also block it. They have no cards left. We have a full hand of damage here. Okay, we're gonna start Lightning Strike here. I don't think they have another answer here. That even if they have a Spell Pierce, we're good. And then we go double haste. Put some damage here. We have Rampaging Ferocidon to deal with Lurrus. Didn't play anything here. That's so interesting. Well, just go for this then. They have a dive down. That's pretty good. Oh, that dive down was pretty good. Did not see that one coming. So gonna lose the Soul-Scar Mage. They go for the Savior here. We can 100% block the Lurrus though. Ah, that's tricky. That's tricky. I think we have to play Ferocidon and attack with everything. Except if they do this. I would double block easy. Okay. What else can they play? There's some good plays here. At least this one attacks. Sure. They don't have lifelink, which is important. So we try to win with the Ferocidon here now. Gonna draw some cards here. If they attack with Lurrus, easy block there. We're also super low, so we need to make sure. It's really tricky. It's a really tricky situation. If we find the land though, we have 2 damage in the land, which is fine. Go for 2 damage here. Just develop a board so we can go as wide as possible now. I don't mind taking damage here. They cannot attack. And then we try to run in next turn. They have 4 life, they don't get life. That's still fine, as long as it's not flying. That is huge. Oh, that's a misplay. That's a misplay. That was a huge misplay, sir. Yeah, that was an oops. Well, we would have lost. Yeah, that's an oops. Sorry. That was an oops. Interesting game. Let's do another one. No land. Got land. We have to ditch this. I think the rest is fine. Get access to double with his likeness. These. Interesting. Merfolk. The fuck's going on? That's interesting. A Merfolk deck. I'm kinda... It's been a while. It's been a while since I saw this. We're gonna keep the light up to stay at the Wizard's Lighting on our hand. Ferocidon is pretty good against a Merfolk deck because they take a lot of damage and they try to generate many creatures. So Ferocidon is pretty good. Yeah, you can draw a card, but you lose a life. You can play this, you can lose a life. You want to keep this here for sure. Maybe I should have went for that one, but this way I will run so fast, so... Deal 9. We have the land that is 2 damage, and if they play creature they take damage, and Jegantha is a good card. Especially if you know hand. I mean, sure, take a damage. And take a damage. It's interesting, we don't have to do anything right now. I'm gonna stay like this. They cannot attack. If they attack, they probably lose. Merfolk. I love... I have to say, guys, I love Merfolk, but that's a good one. Take a damage, though. And that's game. And that's about it. Yeah, Ferocidon is definitely something we're gonna side in here. Also, we can see Chain Wheeler maybe. And they don't have answers to friends usually. They have a big board, so this one gets way weaker. It's a steady game, so I can keep one of them in, but... Since it's a steady game, I want to play my removal spells and Frenzy, because usually they don't have anything. I mean, they can board stuff in, but... I think this is the way we do it. Hazoret is really nice, but if they go super wide and we don't have a way to deal with the super wide except Chain Wheeler, we have to play it like this. I keep this. Okay, Soul-Scar Mage, let's go. Okay, I'm gonna draw here. You have to get rid of that card. Just make sure that the board is kinda empty so far. Damage. Let's hope we don't flood now, because we already have 5 lands. That's fine, we can attack through this. That's a flood. We have to do it. If this gets out of my range, it's gonna be up. But the triple mountain on the hand here is really bad, so let's hope we just don't flood too much. They don't know. They don't know though. They definitely don't know. Chain Wheeler would have been so good here. We knew that. Okay, that's annoying. I could have maybe bluffed the mage attack here. Okay, they have 2 lords now. So we definitely want to find any cards to deal with the lords. That's smart. We could deal with one though. Maybe I should have attacked with both. Okay, that's good to have. We just keep attacking here. Push as much damage as we can. Now we have to see how we do it though, depending what they play. They flood, so that's fine. Well, we take that. If they want to raise, that's fine for me. They could play Company though. They could actually play Company in Merfolk. Oh, I would love it. Oh, I would love it so much. Shouldn't have played the land though. Found a Frenzy, which is nice. I think we get rid of the board. Should have played Wizard's Lightning here. That was a mistake. That's a good draw. That's a Merfolk with Company could be nice. Brazen, okay, sure. So we have access to our Wizard's Lightning again. And next turn we have a really good Goblin Chainwheeler. Trickster. That's fine. That gets a buff, huh? Okay, whatever. I think we use this for face. Then Frenzy. Here we can do an upkeep stop to trigger 3 damage. Yeah. Interesting. Merfolk with Collect the Company could be fun. Maybe try that one. Let's do another one.